Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I guess we will see what's going on for the remainder of the week. Obviously, with Friday coming up, it's September 10th. I do want to talk about 9/11. I think that's very important that we discuss that event and how it kind of shapes of what's going on today in Afghanistan and the world today, and many fears about different types of terrorist organizations and groups. And yeah, we're going to talk about it. So Friday, I'm going to focus really on 9/11. So real quick, I just want to go over the bell ringer with you. And I have an activity. It's a project presentation, current dictators. And I'd like maybe even to start a discussion. You'll see that in Canvas. And so that everybody can see what dictator they decide to choose and who they would want to research. And I'll talk about that here shortly and show you where to go for that discussion, for that topic. Okay. So, real quick, bell ringer for today. Describe what a theocracy is. Detail current theocracies in the world today. Describe what a dictatorship is and give examples of current dictatorships around the world. So, you want to pause the video? Go ahead, write your response down. I'm going to discuss it and go over it. So theocracy is really how religion kind of dictates and understand and sets guidelines, values, norms, traditions for that said government. So the government is strict by that religion. And for the most part, you see theocracies in the Middle East, like Afghanistan and Iraq, right? Some of these countries there in the Middle East. And they go strictly by Sharia law and how that was established in the Quran thousands of years ago. And many people in that region believe that this is the right way, the guidelines of what society, what their government should be shaped and based off of. And with that being said, yeah, religion, for many cases, we can all agree that, you know what, it's something that we should value in people's lives. But many people think, you know what, there should be a separation of church and state. And here in the United States, that's exactly what we have. We don't want to make religion dictate how our political atmosphere is, right? Decisions made at, let's say, the judicial branch, Supreme Court decisions. Let's try to keep religion out of it. Let's not try to focus on, these religious aspects when making decisions on, the government decisions. Okay, so theocracies. Okay, yeah, there's some advantages to it. There's some disadvantages to it, especially in the Middle East. I'm sure you all know with movements, let's say progressive movements, right? In the United States, we went through this in the late 1800s, moving in the early 1900s. And we see advancements of minority groups, of women. Here in the Middle East, you don't have that whatsoever. Okay, there's strict code by the law of the Quran, of that said religion. Okay, there's really no amendment process for that, right? There's no trying to change that government structure. So strictly by the that said religion. And like I mentioned, some examples around the world today look straight to the Middle East, Afghanistan, okay, and Iraq, and some of these other locations in the Middle East, where again many of these organizations like ISIS, like Taliban, like Al Qaeda, focus around that Sharia law, focus around their religion to guide and govern their people. And for the most part, right, doesn't mesh with the United States standards, ideals of the way government should work. Okay, so theocracy, that's what that is. Dictatorship, okay, very similar to what we discussed and talked about with an absolute monarchy. These people have supreme control, have order, and make decisions based off of what they would want, what they would decide. So there is no political parties, there is no people saying government. And for the most part, these dictators rule with an iron fist, have the military on their side. They indoctrinate the people at a young age through school, through education, through military training, and to advance for their ideals. Okay, so a dictatorship, common example, everybody knows North Korea, Kim Jong-un. Okay, you can even talk about Xi Jinping, right, and China. And many cases all around the world where a dictatorship, even though it might be a different type of government, A dictatorship is still what kind of reigns supreme in that region. Many people argue Russia, right? Even though it's technically a presidential democracy, well, kind of a dictatorship, right? With Putin at the helm. So again, I want to give examples of that, of what a dictatorship is, and for the most part, you see oligarchies within a dictatorship where the dictator has full supreme power, makes all the decisions, no political parties, but they have individuals kind of running their, let's say, their fundamentalist systems. So let's say education, military, they have people that they appoint to run in their light, right, in their methods. Okay. So I just want to talk about that real quick. Also, here's the assignment. This is going to be due the 13th. We're going to have presentations. So you can work on this all day today. That's the only assignment for today. Okay, obviously along with the bell ringer. And tomorrow I'll talk about 9/11 for the most part. So real quick, here's what I have for this assignment. Once I have this working, right? There we go. So let me just bring up a new browser because I have that set for the recording. So we're going to go into Freedom, Understanding Government, that class, that course, obviously. And you're going to see the assignment here. Pull it up. Go to modules. All right, well, maybe I didn't have it posted just yet. I'll have that brought up to you soon now. It is World Dictators Research Project. So you should be able to find a current dictator in the world today that you can research, okay, that you can obviously choose to present your information off of. So you're just going to find someone that obviously you think you want to research. I'll have a discussion post out so everybody can contact, everybody can reach out and choose which dictator. Once one is chosen, you got to find a new one. Okay, I'll even open it up in case we run out of current day dictators. You can maybe research someone from the past, right? And I'm sure everybody knows Adolf Hitler. I'm sure everybody knows Joseph Stalin, Mussolini. Okay. So real quick, slide 1, establishing a background. Dictator's name and country, photo of dictator so we see who it is, country, flag, and a location of a country on the map. So we want to see exactly where this is located and describe why, what kind of motives they have. So on slide 2, motives for seeking power and methods for maintaining power. For the most part, it's really all the same. Indoctrination, okay, and using the military to their advantage, using fear tactics, propaganda. Okay. Slide 3. 3 rights that people living in that country are denied because of their leader. Okay. In particular, give a good example, China today, just not too long ago, maybe last week, put out they're limiting the video game usage for individuals in China, for adolescents. They don't want them focusing on video games. And the way they're monitoring that is because they're a communist country, they can view and have understanding of what type of video games and what type of online usage people are getting into. They track it, right? And no one really knows the repercussions for this. No one really knows the consequences if, let's say, someone is playing video games past the given time that they're allowed to. So it's really interesting right now. Probably a military tactic, right? Probably for the advancement of, let's say, training, understanding of different concepts of academics, whatever it might be. All right, slide 4, interesting facts. So be creative with it, right? And then slide 5, I'd like you to cite your information. Make sure that you guys obviously look into this information, MLA format. So make sure you guys cite this information, whatever resource you use, article, maybe it's a book, maybe it's an online resource. So here's some links of dictators around the world, but I found this one to be very useful. And I have that on this announcement here. Let me pull that up. I know I have this done. So on this announcement, you'll be able to see this link and it'll take you right to where that said website is. Let me just put that up for you so you can see what it looks like. And it's really good website, I believe, anyway. Try this again. Get it. See what this looks like. So as you can see, current dictators. And again, might say there's a different type of government, but for the most part, we can recognize this. What the heck? Once it loads, there we go. So it shows a picture exactly where these countries are, right? And who their leader is. Okay. And I think that's really interesting. I think that is something that obviously shows the amount of dictatorships across the world today, right? I think that's really cool. And then here are some examples. Here's some list of people, all dictators, Middle East. There we go. You can click on whoever you want to choose to research. Again, Monday is when these presentations are going to be. And make sure you have those ready to go for Monday. It'll be fun. Okay. There we go, guys. Just wanted to put that up for you right now. That's all I have for today. Take care. Have a good one.